Hello and welcome back to another painting video. Today we are going to be painting Furnace from Guild Ball. We're going to try to anyway. And we're going to be testing our new filming setup. It's going to bear with me for a while I kind of get this situated and figure it out to make a better experience for you guys. So we're going to be trying to do a slap chop method on this guy. You may have heard of it. It's all over the internet right now. Everyone's talking about it. So we're gonna see if we can kind of get something going with it. So the first thing you want to do is prime your model black, which we have here. And then we're going to be taking a gray, in this case medium sea gray, and doing a dry brush over the entire model. So let's put a little bit on our palette here, get our dry brush situated here. And wipe most of it off, but this is a heavy dry brush. The gray is a heavy dry brush. You want to get into a lot of spots on this guy and really do like a heavier dry brush. This is your mid-tone for your paints. So you can see it's pretty heavy here. You may be saying, why are you painting a Guild Ball model? Guild Ball is out of print and they don't make it anymore. Well, I wanted to, and I'm kind of interested in the game, so I picked up a couple of sets of the Blacksmith Guild. There's like 2 sets for them, so I picked up those, and I want to try the game out, see if I like it. Just because the game's out of print doesn't mean you can't play it anymore. I mean, there's still a lot of people that play this game and support it. It's a lot of the stuff's online that you can get. Okay, so that's like our first like heavy gray dry brush. And then second thing you want to do after that is get white, and you want to do a lighter dry brush over the top of the gray. Now the point of this is to get your highlights. So you have your darks, your midtones, and your highlights. This might be too much gray in this still. Okay, I'm gonna wash out this dry brush really quick. You're like, it's not dry anymore. Yeah, you have to clean it out. Let me add some more water to my water cup really quick. Evaporates in here. Get all that water out. Get all that pigment out of the brush. And then we'll just dry it out here. Okay, now we should be able to get the white. Let's flip this to this super dirty side here. So it's because it's not wet on this side. And we don't have any white. Okay. This is a lighter dry brush than the one before. It's mainly just to pick up all the high edges of the model to make everything else pop better. All right, so that's that. I don't know if I did a good enough job with the white or I went too heavy on the gray, but we'll find out in a bit when we start going into this. So now we just go in with our contrast paints. So let's start off with Guilliman's Flesh. for our skin tone. Let's get the face. Get that neck if you can, try your best to get that. And then we'll just pick out other parts of his flesh in here, such as this little area there. And the little fingers. At the palm of his hand. The hand here. And that arm looks like has armor on it. But let's just get in the little corners in there. Clean that up. Okay. So that's our skin. Now let's go into probably the lowest layer would be the pants. For the pants, my cat is going crazy outside. Let me see, what do we got here? Let's go with like a bony color, this Skeleton Horde contrast paint. It's like a brownish, tanny color. Actually, you know what? No. Let's go with green. Let's get Plaguebearer flesh in there. I want some green in my army, in my little team, because that's what I want. So let's get this Plaguebearer flesh and then take it to the greens here. Take it to his pants. Green's my favorite color, so I'm putting it on my team. Just make sure we get a nice coat all around. And then look for any more like clothy material like that. So probably here before we get into the wraps, looks kind of like it might be a material. So we'll do like the underclothes as like this green color. And then probably, that might be armor. Is that armor too? Let me look at the picture that's on the box. It might be armor. This is him on the box. It's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Trying to figure out if this part right here on his shoulder is a armor piece or something else. Let's go with it's armor. So let's just get the top here in this green. Okay. Now we can go into that bone color, this Skeleton Horde color, for like the apron and the wraps and stuff on his arms. So let's get here. We can probably do like all over this, and then we'll go over it later with a different color to kind of pop it out some more. It's got like the back of it is here. And then his arm wraps. Same thing on this arm wrap in here that you can't really see that great, but we're getting it. And then really quick, put this over here. I noticed some pant that got missed right here because there's like a chain. Let's just get that with the green. Okay. Then we got all these strappy bits on him. So we'll get those with a brown. For that, we're using Gorgonta Fur. It's the go-to contrast brown for me. Probably get his shoes too if we have like a leather part of the shoe anywhere. So let's just take this and then kind of, they look pretty metally on the shoes here. Maybe not the back parts. And then we got to get into all these belts in here. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping this video kind of serves as a test for this camera setup, and you know, we can work all of our kinks out from here in a easy manner. Okay, there's that, and then there's that one. And then for the, probably for the handles of the swords as well, we'll just get those all painted up. And I can see like this belt right here. Make sure we're getting everything that we can here while we're in here, and then get the tops of these little danglies. Okay. Now, let's get our metallics, I guess, because everything else, I mean, we can probably just get some yellow here, get some Iyanden yellow contrast and put it in the grates of the forge that he has on his back. There's also a strap there too, so we'll get that. And then we'll get our orange, which is this one, Gryph-hound orange. And then we'll also deposit that into here. Get a little flamey fire effect. Back to Gorgonta really quick. And we're gonna get the strap on here. Just getting in there really quick. Sorry if I pulled it out of the view really fast. It was just, there's just like a lot of little guys on here. Okay. So now we can switch to the metallics. So let's get our gunmetal for, where are we? Here we are. For our first little, for our steel metal, which will be most of it. Okay. We'll just go over our metal plates here. And our shoes. It looks like they're pretty metal. You guys must not be that fast if they got metal shoes. And then we get like the pommels here. And then the blade. And then there's like this armor piece right here as well as this like front plate. Here. And he's got like little tools in here. Just kind of hit those and then get the forge on his back. And then get the metal part on the shield here. This metal on his arm. The inside of the shield. Okay. Clean off our brush. And then we get our bronze, brassy brass. I don't know how much I have left of this, but it looks like I have enough. We're gonna get the symbol here for the guild. We'll do this whole symbol here. The cross guards on the swords. Oops, sorry if it's out of focus there. Painting swords, painting swords. A little sloppy in there. Paint like this side there, and there's like another little plate under here. And then we'll do the outline of the shield here. Working on the lighting situation. The lighting situation should be fixed soon too. So it's a little dark right now because of how I've changed the camera. So I apologize for that. And just clean up the edges here. We're gonna get this chain here. Paint the inside of the shield. And go back to our gunmetal really quick because there was that plate on the leg that we missed. Right here. And then we're gonna switch to a little brush to get all like the little belt buckles and all that. So let's get our little teeny guy out here. These. See what these do here. What's going on here? Get all these little buckles. And let's get our black gray paint. And we'll get we're trying to get his mustache. Get the rest of his hair. You can leave some of the gray in it, like he's like an older gentleman. Okay, and then we'll get the scabbards of the swords back here. Okay. Now we should be able to do some washes on the metallics. We'll do a Agrax Earthshade wash. That's like a brownish wash. That'll help with bringing all these colors kind of more closer together since we're using more earthy tones for him. Get the inside here. The whole thing. The arm. The blade. Little. Get every bit of it. The shoes. Make sure you get those shoes. Plate here. Get inside here. Then we get our boiler forge thingy, smith area thing. Okay, and then what we can do is go back to the little brush and some really like silver paint and just highlight the edges of the metallics to help those stand out. So for here, we're just going through all the edges and just calling those out. To help them pop more in the overall model. Especially like right here, like the sword, we can get the edge here. Little tops of the pommels of the swords, and then that guy. Oops, I dropped my brush. Okay, and then we're gonna get some pale flesh color just to kind of call out the chest and the face a little bit more. If the paint's not completely dry, which, look at that, it might be. Look at that, it was like this was in the dropper. See, I got tweezers somewhere. Here we go. Let's see what we can get out of this. Is this whole thing like, oh God. Oh God. That's a little weird. So I'll need some more of this paint. But in the meantime, let's use centaur skin, I guess. We're gonna use this centaur skin color. It's pink, but we can probably tone it down a little bit with some of the white that we had on our palette. So let me just grab some white. So let me just take some white and some of the pink here. Okay. This is where you can tell like you did like a, not, that's probably not great. It's, oops, sorry there. Let's do something else. Let's take the white and let's bring this up more. And then we'll hit it again with the contrast, and that will bring it out a lot more. So let's also do like some area on the forehead and the nose here. Get the nose a lot more to get it more pronounced. Those cheekbones as well. Okay. And then you let that dry. I'm just gonna blow on it. And then that'll help a little bit here. Hold on one second, let me just. Okay, so now let's go back to Guilliman's Flesh. And then just do a coat over the white. That'll bring it out a lot more for us. And then since the paint's still a little wet, you wanna wipe off your brush a little bit so you don't get that paint into your pot of contrast paints. Cool. And there we have it. That is our kind of slap chop slash whatever I just did to it kind of paint style. You don't have to do the highlight part. Mostly for slap chop you would do just the contrast paint over the top and that's it. I just did the little extra edge highlighting that I could to kind of help pop out some of the other colors. Like I said, the lighting's not super there yet for this, for our new setup, but we'll fix that soon-ish. So, but bear with me just while I get all that done. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.